I'm Allie Cole, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Jeremy Cole from Higher Up Recruiting. Jeremy is an expert recruiting professional with over 8 years' experience owning his own agency, combined with over 20 years of professional human resources management experience and an MBA in human resource management. As an expert in human resources with an emphasis in recruiting, Jeremy brings a unique and diverse background to help find solutions facing corporation labor markets today. Without further ado, let's jump into the interview. Hello, Jeremy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thanks.
So we were talking earlier, and it seems like trying to find talent for the technology field can sometimes be a daunting task. What's your key ingredient to successfully filling technology positions?
You know what? I get that question a lot. And the reality to it is there is no secret sauce or formula. It has to do with tenacity, right? And staying in the game. Right now, technology hiring is one of the most difficult in any market. And it's a candidate-driven market right now. And so one of the greatest advantages at any recruiting firm, and where I differentiate myself is you can't give up, and you got to stay the course. Oftentimes it can take 2, 4, even 6 weeks to find candidates that meet the criteria. And a lot of other agencies, a lot of other recruiters, they want that instant gratification. They want to find that person, in 3 days, submit them, and make a quick hire. But today, technology, it's just not that way. You got to vet the candidates more carefully. You got to spend more time. And sometimes it can even take months to find the right person. And so you got to have the right firm that's willing to stay with you all the way through that.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a quick fix when it comes to technology, is there?
Not today, not anymore.
So that kind of leads into my next question of what are the pros and cons of going through a recruiting firm, and what would the process look like both ways? I guess I'm interested in it.
Right. So that's a great question. So there are a lot of negatives when it comes to recruiting firms. High fees and, just lack of responsiveness and really finding the right firm that's going to be committed to hiring for you. That's a challenge. And so you want to look for someone who's going to be like a partner with your company. Someone's going to stay the course. Somebody that wants to hire multiple times. They don't want to just put one person in place, collect a fee, and run off. One of the advantages of a recruiting firm is we specialize in hiring, particularly technology professionals. And when it comes down to it, HR people who are in-house and even in-house recruiters, they get caught up with the passive recruiting. So they put up a job posting and they wait for people to come in. But the reality to it is the advantage of a recruiting firm is supposed to be the hunter mentality. So we don't put up postings and wait. We go to the market. We hunt down passive candidates. We look for candidates that are maybe not advertising that they're even open to a new position. And we reach out to them. It's a very in-depth and complicated and tenacious sales process that you have to stay on top of. And always doing the follow-ups. Just reaching out to a person one time is not going to be enough to get them engaged. You oftentimes got to follow up 2, even 3 times because they're getting contacted by multiple recruiters with multiple opportunities. So I think that's one big part of the advantage of a good recruiting firm. Another is recruiting firms are, they're on your side for the most part. And they really want a candidate to accept the offer that they have available to them. And they're going to work really hard to that end. And a lot of candidates will end up with multiple offers in today's market. And so you need to have a good recruiting firm that understands your business, understands your model, and the value proposition to the candidate so that they can proactively sell the position. So, those are some of the big advantages to working with a recruiting firm. A lot of people will say, oh, well, you guys are so expensive. They don't realize that we do 90% of our work for 10% revenue. So we'll put in 9 out of 10 hours into a job, but only 1 out of 10 are actually going to get filled. And so we don't have a choice. That's the only way we can survive, right? And it's a highly competitive market. So
And I think you touched on something really important, talking about how you understand the company. So not only you understand the position you're trying to hire, where some people that might not focus in technology might not understand a developer that has experience in one type of language and not another. That could be huge, because if they don't understand what they're supposed to be doing, they might not last very long in the new hire. And you can explain to the candidate how this company's the best option for them, because they have all these perks that might not be obvious if you're just going and looking at the company on LinkedIn.
Right. And that is a big part of it, is getting candidates engaged. A lot of candidates will overlook positions that are posted because they just immediately eliminate a job on a description or what the company does. But maybe what they don't really understand is what the future of the company is, what the company's potential, what the outlook is, especially in the startup community. A lot of startups have great value proposition, but you have to have the right recruiting person that's going to be able to deliver that to the candidate in a way that the candidate's open to receiving it. Then you start engaging better quality, higher end candidates, whereas before you're kind of just picking up the leftovers that don't have a job right now. So that's some of the pros and cons. You definitely can do